Alright, what's going on, traders? Welcome back to another video. Today we'll be going over my live trading session and a bit of pre-market analysis. So let's get right into it. So what you guys are looking here at the chart is my pre-market analysis, as you guys can see, for January 23rd, 2026. And I wrote this around 9:14 a.m. So let's take a look at it. Right here we have the 1 hour chart, and right here we have the 5-day 5-minute chart, right? So what I noted here was where it once was supported is being a support now. So it was once being supported in these yellow areas, being supported, an area where buyers had stepped in, and it was being supported today, right? So I'd be looking to see if buyers step in around that supply level and play on their side, looking to sell if buyers aren't being aggressive and sellers take over. Okay, so after this huge move up, um, it's creating a period of consolidation, where buyers and sellers are agreeing on price and it's staying within this range, right? So if it doesn't hold this area in which buyers had stepped in previously, I would be looking to play with the pressure, you know, of the sellers. And if buyers step in, I'd be looking to, find a way to get a buy into this. And to look at the chart a little more closer, taking a look at the 5-day 5-minute, as you guys can see, I've noted my supply zone is 687 level and demand zone is 689. So 687 would be this area and my demand zone would be here. Supply zone being an area in which buyers, um, there's more where buyers outweigh the sellers, and demand zone being where sellers outweigh, the amount of supply or buyers, right? So I have noted here, yesterday tapped its gap to fill and now holding near supply zone, okay? What I want to see is either aggressive buying or selling pressure and looking to play, looking to be patient and not get chopped out because we're trading in this area of supply and demand, and we would just want to see, if buyers were to step in or sellers step in, in creating a huge move up or a huge move down, and looking to play, either side or the contrary, right? So getting into the live trade. So this video starts at 9:32, so it's 2 minutes into the market open. As you guys can see, we touched the demand zone right here. We touched this area of demand, got rejected, and now finding our way to the downside. I'm gonna start skipping through this. So we're holding up, creating more pressure to the downside. So we find a little area of which buyers had stepped in, or maybe just people taking profits. But now we're heading to this area of supply that we stated in the morning. As you guys can see, I noted this little area out, and looking to see how buyers react. So okay, now the chart switched over, but it's on this side now. As you guys can see, it's still being supported. Still being supported. It had cracked down, but then so buyers immediately stepped in and started buying orders. We should start seeing it pretty soon. But you guys can see, let's see. Yeah. So buyers started buying up all the shares, creating more aggressiveness, and it bought up that supply zone, creating a bounce in the stock. I didn't take part in that trade. It would have been a pretty nice trade, I think. And we're just looking to see what is going on here. So it was being pretty choppy. It wasn't going down and creating lower lows, and it wasn't going up and creating higher highs. This was just kind of going everywhere. So we're just being patient, looking to see how this plays out. Okay, so now we're heading into the area of demand. Watching this thing, just letting it play out, letting it play out. Create another rejection around this demand zone, as you guys can see, around the same area-ish. It gave me no, it the area was good, right? It met my criteria. It didn't give me an entry, It just came up, wick down, came up, wick down. It didn't just give me an area that I can like actually buy and set up a good stop loss. Pretty much it just went too quick without me. I wasn't able to pick up on the data as quick as it moved, so I wasn't able to capitalize off of that. This is an area that I was looking to buy. As you guys see, I have my finger on the trigger. I see more selling pressure than buying pressure. I'm looking to see where buyers step in. The context is it's trading at its area of support. So the area is good. The context is good. I'm just looking for confirmation. Looking for confirmation. We end up getting that confirmation. But once again, I wasn't able to capitalize on this. I guess this time I was being, you know, too patient. Not necessarily, maybe a little scared because I had missed the first trade. I didn't want to just start hopping into stuff. But this ended up being a pretty good move. And this had more context than the previous one. So buyer stepped in this zone. Buyer stepped in the zone. This would have been a great trade to take part of. Targeting the at least a resistance level above. And then so I started looking at it starts making a huge push up, and then I started looking at puts. I'm like, okay, it's entering an area of demand zone. We'll be looking to sell this if any selling pressure starts stepping in. So at the moment, we're just being patient, looking for our trade, creating huge pushes up, letting the trade come to me, being patient, letting it go up, letting it go up. I didn't see enough confirmation where, in a sense, where sellers step in and, are showing more aggressiveness than buyers. So I was just looking to be patient, I think I ended up taking a trade here. So I ended up getting into a trade here, as you guys can see. I got my fill at 103, so my risk is going to be to 93 cents. And we're going to be looking to play to the downside, targeting a 2-to-1. So at one point I was up almost my 1-to-1. I'm up my 1-to-1. So once I get to my 1-to-1 or my 1.5-to-1, I'm looking to reduce my risk. So meaning I'll go to break even. So I'm up 1-to-1, 1.5-to-1 at one point. So I'm looking to go break even. Cause now I want to just pretty much we got the selling pressure that I was looking for. We just want to see if there's going to be a follow through, and if there's going to be in a period in which it reverses, I'd be looking just to get out quickly. So as you guys can see, I was able to cover myself. I came out with a break-even trade. As you guys can see over here on this wick, buyers end up stepping in, and that wick that momentum to the downside ended up getting bought. So I had got out with a break-even trade. You know, um, break-even trade there, and just looking to see where it goes from here. Okay. And then the nice thing is I think that, so where I had lost it, where I had lost, I think 103, yeah, 103. So I looked to play this again. So I seen more confirmation. I seen more sellers stepping into this area, and then I was looking to play it again. I'm like, okay, let's try it again. Let's try it again. So I put my entry. I set up my stop, and I set up my target. A issue that I had yesterday was I've been moving my target. I've been moving my target every time I go into a trade, and end up getting emotional, not taking the amount of profits that I need to be taking. When I move my profit, I mean, I figured out with myself that when I move my take profit, it's when I get into an emotional state. So what I was looking to do today is get into the money, move my stop up, reduce my risk, right? Reduce my risk as soon as possible, and stick to this target and don't move it at all. So what we have here is just a period of consolidation, as you guys can see. At one point we're up, and then I think we're down, and then we're up a little bit, then we're down. And so we're just looking to be patient to see, because this has made a huge move to the upside. We're just looking to play, you know, with the buyers, with any buying pressure that's in the market. The area is good. It's above an area of demand, and it's an overextended stock. And then we also got our confirmation that sellers were stepping in at this area. So if it's looking to make a higher high, if over here, if it's looking to make a higher high, I know that my thesis would be invalidated. But if it does make a lower low, that would be looking to get possibly hitting our target. So we're just looking to be patient. I was pretty close to getting my stop taken out a couple times, maybe by like a penny or two. We just held on. We just held on. We were making money, and now I see that it's created a higher high. What I don't want to see it is to make a lower low. What I don't want to see is it coming back to a point that if it made a before this happens, I don't want to see it come back to a point, the lowest part. If it's already come back to it, I wanted to see it just only go up from here. So I moved my stop up by 1 penny just to save myself a little more grace. And I'm like, okay, if it comes back to this low, then it's not, it's making, it's going higher. It's going higher every time. The buyers are stepping up a little higher. Me as a put, I wanted to see it go a little lower every time. And so yeah, so I move my stop up a little bit. I keep my target at the same level. My AirPod died, so I don't know if, hopefully you guys can still hear me. Um, keep my stop loss, my stop where it was, my target. And then, yeah, as you guys can see, sellers are still in pressure, but then we start seeing a lot of buy orders. Start seeing a lot of buy orders. And I get my profit target hit. You see, I get it hit. It ends up going higher, but where I had said I would get out of, and I had a reason behind where I was gonna get out of and why. I stuck to that. I stuck to my stop loss, and I came out a 2-to-1 trade. So this was a really good trade. It was a really good trade. And then it came back, as you guys can see, in this area in which demand, which was a previous demand, is now acting as an area of support here. ends up getting a little spike, and I was like, oh, this looks pretty good. It came, and then it ends up coming lower, and then into that demand zone, and then it made a huge move up, which was freaking, I think, another A class setup. I think my setup was good too because I had context. I had the confirmation in which there was selling pressure, and then we had our move down, and we got out when we said we were going to, and this made it a good trade. I hope you guys found this valuable. I hope you guys were able to, get something good out of it. And if you guys learned something, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow or Monday.